Hi everyone,
Hello.
welcome back. Today we're really outside, so you're going to be hearing the dogs and you're going to be hearing the birds and you're going to hear the hot car coming around. We just want to take off where we stopped yesterday. We did an outside patio table yesterday and we did it one coat of Petit Rouge Bonaparte, and we did a one part of Petit Rouge Minty Macaroon. We painted the top Minty Macaroon, we painted the feet Bonaparte. Hello Bella. Bella's joining us today. So we've painted it and I've sealed it this morning. We were hoping that the table was going to have some bleed through. Unfortunately, we didn't have bleed through. It is actually painted perfectly. So I wanted to show you how the table painted. Do you want to take the camera with? Okay, so just zoom a bit. This is one coat and we sealed it. We were expecting to have bleed through, but as you can see, there's no yellow or brown marks happening. So we're actually quite lucky. I've checked the feet as well. It also has no bleed through. So what we are going to do today is we're going to coat another coat of the Minty Macaroon, and on the feet we're going to do another coat of the Bonaparte. On the other side, I want to show you what we've got planned for this table. Thanks, you can move the camera back.
You guys use that paint now,
change
so
the table.
put that box there.
Show them the photo.
Oh.
I want to show you what we've got planned for that table, especially on the sides, at the bottom of the top, and on the legs. This is a table piece that was done by a lady called Debbie Beard from Debbie's Design Studios. Hi Rianza. So this is what we've got planned for the bottom of the, hello Michelle, of the table, underneath the top and at the legs. I have asked permission to show you guys this, but I haven't heard anything yet. So if you want to follow it, this is the table. It's actually a cabinet that she did. And those imprints are clay. And she's painted all the clay. Hi Anita. So if you want to follow this lady, her name is Debbie Beard. Her page is Debbie's Design Diary. She also has an awesome YouTube channel if you want to follow her. Hi Sarita. So what Mom's going to be doing while I'm painting the table, here you go Mom, is remember some time ago we shared with you the air drying clay recipe from Anita. Saying hi, sorry, we're a bit far. Hi Maureen. So we've made that air drying clay. Thank you Anita, that recipe works perfect. So we've got our air drying clay and Mom's going to be rolling her little blommetjies. So Sepia is going to share that YouTube link on the live now, and then you guys can follow that for air drying clay. You do need to keep it in a little packet with a little bit of oil. You should have most of the stuff at home. It's just maizena or corn flour and wood glue and olive oil or normal oil and a little bit of lemon juice. So there you go. This is our air drying clay. Mom's going to be rolling flowers today because we want to repeat that pattern at the bottom of the table with the flowers.
Did you bring a rolling pin?
No, I did not, but there is a stick.
A stick.
A stick. A small stick.
No, I'll use that bottle.
Okay. Let me tell you about the bottles quickly. I want you to smell this more. Tell me what you smell.
We did have this before.
Smell. Tell me what you smell.
Orange.
Oranges. So we just got this in.
I'm going to.
I think this was a parcel that was still stuck somewhere and got delivered by mistake today. This is our new orange brush cleaner. Hi, Letitia. So, and it smells like oranges. And there's no chemicals or stuff inside. So, yeah, and it cleans normal brushes, chalk paint brushes, oil paint brushes, and acrylic paint brushes. So, these, and they smell like oranges. So, if you guys are interested, once the lockdown is over, we do have some in stock. So what we want to do now is we want to try and recreate those little flowers that are going to be going at the edge of the table. I don't know if you can see the table here, but it's here. Okay. So we've got some small flower molds. It fits in like that and it presses. And then you'll see that. Hi, Anna Marie. Hi, Caroline.
I've left the paint there for you.
Okay, so you need to make a lot of flowers more. She's not happy. Can you see she's not happy? She's not saying anything. And I've actually given you these so that you can scrap it.
Is that the small?
Yeah, this is
Yes.
perfect. So we're going to be making a lot of flowers. Where's the other flowery one? No, one of the daisies. Like those. And we want to try and recreate that same type of patterns. If you guys have just joined March, just give me your phone, then I'll show them the pic. I have asked permission to use this picture. Hi Nancia, hi Judith. So this is a cabinet that was made by a lady called Debbie Beard. She's in America and she's got a page called Debbie's Design Diary. She's also got a YouTube channel. Now all those flowers have been done with air dry clay. So we want to try and create that similar type of idea around the edge of our table.
Is this one not the right one?
Yeah, I think that would be fine too if you want to go quite big. Have you got all your stuff together now?
Yes.
Alright, so Mom's going to be making flowers and these little ones will also work very nice. But we need a lot of flowers for this table. I'm on the other side going to be painting. Sippy, is there a way we can move this just closer to the camera?
Shall I move out of the way? Then
No,
you
no.
can move in this
No.
way.
I just need to move the table a bit closer. There we go. I'm taking both sides. Thank you. Thank you so much. He doesn't want to speak a word. Alright, so now you guys can see those flowers we're planning to put on the side here and here.
How thick must this be?
Very thin. It just needs to go into your mold. So there was no bleed through on the table. We expected bleed through, but there was none. So I couldn't show you the bleed through, but we have sealed it, and this is now the second coat going on. And now we need to paint nice and pretty. We're using Bonaparte from
How do you
Petite
do
Rouge.
this, Eleanor? Just like so.
It's a blue. No, that one, you work a bit differently. No, you take a piece out. Now I want to show them. So this one is a nice little mold. You roll your clay in a baliki. Yes, we are the one we've just shared, Judith. That recipe from YouTube. We're using that one. And then you fold the little mold in and you press it down. And then while you've got it pressed down, you take all those little pieces and you take them away. And then when you open up your mold,
We need a knife.
there is a sharp item. When you open up your mold, you should get
Sepie maak alweer seer. Hier isn't the sharp thing. Sepie, kan jy vir my 'n mes kry asseblief?
oh, this one's now breaking, it's too thin. There you go. That's the little flower that you get. These molds, I bought them at the Chocolate Den some time ago, and it just needs to be a bit thicker, but it does work. So you can use any molds, chocolate molds, you can use stamps. We've used this script stamp onto it, pressing down on it.
It dries very good, like so, you mean?
Yes, yes, put it in like that. No, no, no. Make your little ball. Just check what I do more. And then you close it up and you press it down. And it presses the flower. Then you remove the edges on the outside.
Kan jy vir my die mes aanbring?
Then you've got a beautiful flower.
Okay.
This one came out nice. So it works if you've got a bit of a thicker clay ball to put in the inside. And Anita, this recipe is awesome. Hi Marianne. We have Marianne sent the YouTube link on this live. Hi Lorraine. So just scroll up. Sepia Deal has posted the link. So just look for Sepia and you will find the link. Anita, if you've still got the link, you can also share that. And it actually works awesome, and you should have all the stuff in there. Yeah, it's much easier to remove them out of the molds using this man-made clay.
I'm not successful.
Why are you not successful? Maybe you should
I think
just...
it dries very quickly.
But you also should just maybe dust your mold, because remember we used that dollar clay in those molds.
It's not successful.
Okay, I've given you this thing, Mark, so that you can actually scrape it down. You need to make it flat. So we are making it flat with an old tile scraper. This Bella's having an awesome day. And then you just need to unmark it. And there you go, Mark. There's your blommetjie. And you just take the piece off.
So we put Mazina in your stuff.
Yeah, just some cornstarch. And another little one. So we need to make quite a lot of this to cover this table. We want to do this portion of the feet with these little molds. The air dry clay is homemade recipe. It's not a brand that we had beforehand. So we're just using old chocolate molds or clay molds we had.
Pass me the Mazina.
Do you maybe want to move this so people can see? So I have sealed this table. I've done one coat of paint and then sealed it just to see if we've got bleed through happening here. But there's been no bleed through. We're actually quite surprised because we really expected bleed through to happen. But yeah, there was nothing today. We're now doing a nice cut. The first one was just slip slap. And I'm using Bonaparte from Bonaparte from Petite Rouge, and it's a blue color. Hallo Michelle, weer 'n keer. this is the second coat I'm applying. We expected bleed through with this piece, but nothing actually bled through. So what our process for painting an item is, when you are not sure if you're going to have bleed through, is actually to paint it one coat of chalk paint, let it dry for 8 hours, and then seal it with the Petite Rouge lacquer. And then once that's dry, you actually give it your normal coat again. Hi Lynette. So this is now the second coat going onto the table feet. We're painting with Bonaparte Blue from Petite Rouge and messing while we're painting. Yesterday we bumped over a fern, well I did. But today we're painting over the sides that don't need paint. So with your second coat now, you just want to make sure that you get a nice even smooth finish now, because this is going to be your final coat before you seal it again. I do think we need to I still cannot follow it. I don't know why. Maybe I'm being daft. Hi Jackie. You just need to look at the videos. This is the second part of what we did yesterday. Yesterday we only painted one coat of paint on, and I sealed it with lacquer because we were expecting bleed through. So if you are expecting bleed through, give it one coat of chalk paint, seal it with your lacquer thereafter after 8 hours, and then just start painting your normal layers as you would have, and that would block the bleed through. So this is now the second coat. In between I've got the sealant, which is dried already. The sun really helped for this. It actually dries so quickly.
I think these are too small, Alan.
No, I think they're nice. But you're making nice little cookies, Omar. These are the clay molds.
But the clay dries out very quickly.
Yeah. This is air dry clay. We've put the recipe in there so you guys can follow
I
it.
think it needs more.
We're making lots of flowers that we want to use here at the bottom of the table. So yeah, we need to make a lot of flowers. Bella, move.
You'll have to watch her when you turn the table over, because then she'll be blue.
Bella's following the video as well. She's enjoying the attention. So I'm just painting the feet portion now, and then I will do the top once the feet are a bit dry. What have you guys been up to? Hello Rihanna. Jy kan hom sprei met sprei en koek, maar dan gaan jy soos 'n olielaagie bo op hom kry, en hy gaan dalk nou nie vat met die verf nie, want die verf is chalkverf. So vra of jy hom kan sprei en koek. Maar as jy nie omgee vir dit nie, ek meen dan kan jy maar sprei en koek. So this week's challenge is outdoor or furniture or patio or even your planter pots. This is a challenge for the week, so you need to identify something in your area that you want to redo. Redo it, post a picture on the group, on the page, so that we can share inspiration amongst everyone during this funny time. That's just so that everybody can stay creative and keep busy. Don't get depressed. And if you do not have a backyard or you're in a flat, then choose something on your balcony. Or even if you just want to do something in your house. Even if you want to put a ribbon around it.
That one came out nice.
Let me show them. So you want to use those shapes as well?
What do you think?
I don't know, it's up to you.
Yeah. Right.
That is one of the ones. We're using the homemade air drying clay recipe, which Anita was so gracious to give to us. And it really works awesome. You'll see that she's also posted a frame of roses that she did with the same air drying clay.
We should import Anita now. She's not too far. Anita, get in your car and come quickly.
No, you can't do that. You're in lockdown. So I'm just giving it the second coat now. We did a first coat of Bonaparte blue, and then we waited for it to cure for 8 hours, and then I did a coat of sealant over
Nee, Floyd.
just to see if it's going to have a bleed through. But to our surprise, it had no bleed through, even not on the tabletop as well. So we were lucky. So now it's getting its second coat, and afterwards after 8 hours I will seal it again with the Petit Rouge lacquer. What have you guys been doing? Have you been keeping busy? Are you working hard on your projects or on your beauty sleep? Are you keeping the children busy with their homework and schoolwork? So I'm just doing a second coat. Mom is rolling air dry clay for little flowers. We want to do on the side of this table. On this side we want to do some nice flowers. Oh, you've got a whole lot already, Ma. You've been moving.
I didn't put
Cornflower.
Mazina in
Yeah.
because that.
So we put in a little bit of Mazina and then it stops it from sticking.
I think we must actually try the spray and cook, you know.
But then you're going to get an oily base on your flowers. I'm just scared if you then paint it, your paint is not going to stick to it. I think the second coat of blue is now looking very nice. It's actually bringing out that color quite nicely. What do you say?
Beautiful.
Everybody's so quiet.
Beautiful.
Show me your little ones.
I just got to cut them out.
Okay. Now these molds, because it's chocolate molds, so are much shallower than the rest. So you are having to take them out very carefully. This week's challenge is outdoor or your patio or your pot planters. So choose something you want to remake outside or on your balcony. Take a photo once you've done it and post it on our page. That's just to share creativity amongst everybody. So just share with us all.
My only problem here is are they going to dry out now, and we want to use some of these to bend them over the.
Look, but we first need to get a lot of them flat, and then we can leave spaces to bend over. So we don't even have closely enough. We're we're going to be making flowers till kingdom comes.
Is this one going to be too big?
I actually think that one would look very nice. That's why I brought it. Let's just ask them what they think.
I think that.
What do you think about this big one?
I think it might be too big for the space we've got.
No, I think it's perfect.
Okay, let's
Because
do
look,
one.
you can do a nice corner. It can fill a big gap. I'll tell you the shortcut. We just need to take out all the pieces of old clay in here. I brought this brush along for dusting. So we dust the cornflour, the cornstarch. Into the mold, and then it keeps the clay from sticking to the mold. So are you hearing our birds?
It's not so.
We've got a whole lot of doves sitting in the tree here.
We must put out some more seed tomorrow, then they will hear them.
Feeding the masses. I'm painting using the Bonaparte blue from Petit Rouge. It is a vintage chalk paint. Hi Anneline. So I'm using this color for the feet of my table. This is the second coat I'm doing. I did a coat and then I sealed it because I was scared I was going to get bleed through. And then we got a surprise, we got no bleed through. So now I'm just doing the second coat so that I can seal it afterwards. We seal using Petit Rouge Lacquer. And Mom's making clay flowers for the table.
I don't know why this one just came out.
That's quite beautiful. That's a big flower. You're having much more luck with that than what I have. My fingers are just too clutchy for that. Remember this week's challenge, put your photos on our page. That's to share creativity amongst everyone, to keep everybody's spirits up. Because there are some people that are becoming quite depressed and we don't want that, so let's encourage each other to be creative. Keeps our minds busy. So I've just given this a second cut on the legs. I'm going to be turning it now so that I can do the top. Oh, I forgot about this piece, didn't I? I'll do the cutting in.
Have you
once
done
it's
the green?
Yeah. No, I want to do that now. So the top we're doing minty macaroon from Petit Rouge.
That one is better.
So I've done this portion. Okay, so now I need my beautiful,
Hold your hand.
and I need my table turner now.
I'm making one for each leg.
Mr. Cameraman, this is the second one. Judith, the lacquer is a satin clear, so it's not a matte and it's not a gloss. It just gives it a nice seal.
But if you seal outside the exterior,
There is an outside sealant as well called the exterior one. Oh, I've messed a little, I've left a little feet here. Excuse, Mr. Cameraman, just give me a moment. The other legs look so nice layer of the lacquer just to seal it in, because I was scared I was going to get bleed through on this item. Turned out we got no bleed through, so we were very lucky. And this is now the second and the final coat. And then I'm going to be sealing it again once it's dried for 8 hours. I forgot to do that piece. Alright, so I'm now really ready to turn it. And then I just want to do the top for you as well. We are going to be doing a stencil on top. Now this one we can just turn and then take these cones out. So we're going to only turn it on here. And then let's just move it. Here we go. This is the top. I'm just going to show you. Don't you mind to bring it in again? This is the top. We've done one coat. We've sealed. Yes, we made the clay. We've shared the recipe on this live. Look for Sepia Deal. He's posted the link. It's a YouTube video. We've done one coat of minty macaroon from Petite Rouge, and this is how it looks. We've then sealed it because I was scared of bleed through, but we were lucky we had no bleed through. So now I'm going to give it a second coat. You see, it's not gloss, it's not matte, it's got a bit of a shine, but it's nice. It's like a satin finish. All right, thank you. You can move again. All right, so now this is the minty macaroon from Petite Rouge. No, Dorina, you don't. You can actually keep it in a bag and just put a little bit of oil in the bag, and then you can use it when you need to. I do recommend using it within a week. I don't know what's going to happen after that. But honestly, once you start playing with the clay, there's endless possibilities. And also your children get involved as well. So they start using it and playing with it. And it's easy to make. It's not complicated. And you can easily make up another batch. We took the recipe and we multiplied by 2 because we wanted a lot, but yeah, Mama's making big flowers, so it's not going to be enough. So yeah, if you've got maizena or cornstarch, wood glue, oil, whether it's baby oil or canola oil or olive oil, and some lemon juice. I almost said sour lemon. Lemon juice. I'm giving this table a second coat. This is going to be the second and the final coat. We are going to be doing some stenciling on top, probably tomorrow, Mom?
Yes.
We just need to reach agreement about the stencil. Then we can do that.
Look, that one.
That one is pretty. I'll show them. It's like a medallion.
I would go a little bit thicker though.
It's like a medallion.
Is that too big?
No, I think it's nice. Do you want to show us that photo again, Ma? So we want to show you what we are trying to recreate. In no ways we'll be able to get this right because this is just an awesome piece.
That woman is so
I doubt we'll get it completely right. But this was posted by a lady called Debbie Beard. She's in America and she's from Debbie's Design Diary. She's got a YouTube channel. And all those flowers are made with air-dry clay and painted afterwards. So we want to try and do that on the edges of the table. So this is our inspiration.
She also did say that she worked on that cabinet for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Thanks, Judy. Yes, this is our natural dove nest that we've got here. They tend to eat a lot, but at least they make nice sounds for us.
We've got an owl that visits us every evening. It is actually a wild bird sanctuary in Leon Clip.
So I'm just giving it a second coat. It's minty macaroon from Petite Rouge. And Mom's making
Cookies.
Mom's making air drying clay cookies for her table. And she'll still be making a lot of cookies. Hi, Arina. So she's making the air dry clay molds for the table. Some of them are gonna be flat and some of them are gonna go over each other. So we're doing the flat ones first because that's the biggest job.
So we will see Anita in the garden tomorrow.
In the garden.
Yes, this garden.
No, she cannot come here, it's locked
Of
down.
course she can.
No, it's locked down.
We're sitting in the garden. They didn't say anything about that.
Sitting in the garden. We might be in jail tomorrow.
They did
so-
say we can move around in the garden.
I was hoping this table would show bleed through, but it didn't.
Does they make 4 of these or is 2 enough?
No, I think 4 of those for each corner. So what I did is I did 1 coat of paint. I let it dry for 8 hours. I then sealed it with the Petite Rouge lacquer. And normally if you've got bleed through, then it would show up, but it didn't. So now I'm just doing the second coat. So sorry girls, I can't show you the bleed through, but the table didn't have any. So we were very lucky. So this is now going to be the second coat, and then once this is dried, I will just seal it afterwards.
Would bleed through be people putting on too much oil on their furniture or put on oil regularly, like I do with my yellow wood furniture?
I believe it's smokers. That's what it is. It's the nicotine being trapped in the wood, and that's causing the tannin. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you used to smoke in your house, then, but you know, there's different
Meanings
theories,
to it.
meanings to it, yeah, opinions. So this is my second coat. I just want to show you quickly how it turned out. Certain places it is drier than the rest. So let's see if you guys can see. So there where it's still very light is where it's still wet. And yeah, it's dried, almost dried. If you use your sun to help you dry your item, it will go much quicker as well. I think it took about 10 minutes this morning in the sun, and it was the lacquer was dried because the sun is just so very fast. Let's just see, someone's saying something. We're a bit further from the camera today.
Have you
Yes,
done, have you done
Jackie,
the,
you're right. Certain kinds of wood also, yeah, produces those kind
Have
of
you done
things.
the sides? The,
Yes, I've done the edges.
but look from this side, you've missed some.
Where?
Look here.
No, this is drying already.
Oh, okay.
I've done the whole top.
Remember, it's mine, you must do it pretty.
No, I think I'm going to take this table once I'm done with it because I've worked very hard on it, you know.
I have to.
You're just making cookies.
I'm making all the cookies for it.
Alright, so let's show them what cookies we've got already. I'm going to try and fit. They're already hard, so this is how quickly this clay actually dries. You need to make a lot of smaller cookies. What cookie? So they really dry very quickly. That is our flower decoration so far. And it's coming along nicely, Mom. Anita,
But it does
can't
dry.
recall if you told me how did it stay, how did it keep? Does it crack easily? We're using this recipe Anita gave us from, it's a YouTube recipe. We've posted it on the live now. So you're welcome to use it. It uses cornstarch, it uses wood glue, it uses some oil and some lemon juice. Alright, so but now you sorted, yeah? I can go away.
Go away where?
I don't know, have a sleep of it. Can I come and sit on that side? Can I make some,
Roll some balls.
roll some balls?
Oh, you wanted to show them about the clear
Oh,
lacquer
yes.
that we put on?
This is what we did yesterday. We did a clear, a crackle glaze on the hearts. So it's nice and shiny now. So we can actually paint our other color and it will crack. Maybe I can do that, Salam, but I didn't want to paint it blue.
You said you wanted the green.
Yes, but the green is too light.
Okay, the other paint.
No, I'll get some other tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll do. So what can I roll for you more?
This one didn't come out.
You're using too little.
No, I've used a lot, but I think I've squashed it too.
As I told you, you will be getting those noises of the dogs because we
I
are
left them in
outside.
the house.
No. They've got big mouths. Can I use this one? And this one.
Is that alright?
Okay, it sounds like a bit of a disturbing the peace there.
Sepia? Wil jy net vir hulle oopmaak nie?
Nee, dan gaan hulle meer skree. It's your neighbor gang. Alright, now I need some clay for this, Mom.
Is dit the neighbors?
Yes. Nee, hulle raas. So, sorry for the dogs. We are outside. There we go. We are
I think
using
that one is a bit too thick. What do you think?
no, I love that. I like that. We are using a handmade air drying clay recipe, which is working just perfect. It's really soft. It uses wood glue, lemon juice, maizena or cornstarch, and some canola oil or baby oil. So we have posted that link for you if you want to use it or make use of it. It is there.
If you keep it covered all the time in the oil, then it stays
Nice and wet, yeah.
Otherwise, it dries so quickly.
You have not done this little flower yet, have you?
No, I only did the big one. I didn't see that one.
It's actually quite a nice little flower. We'll show you guys now.
I didn't do that one.
Hi, Rochelle.
No, I didn't do that one.
So we're just using our handmade air dry clay. We're putting it in old little chocolate molds we have. We want to create something with these flower molds on the side of the table.
We have to have some leaves as well.
We most definitely would need some, yeah.
Let's just look in the other.
Yeah,
Box.
the other molds. We don't want something too fancy and too fine and too tricky. because you know I need to make it. And you know what? I forgot. Oh no, I did dust my mold.
I see if you dust it with that brush, then it comes out easily. Otherwise, it's too.
Do you
Did
want
you
to
dust it?
unmold it for me? Yes. But I don't have a knife. Maybe use this. So just make sure that your molds are clean. See, I've got some clay sitting in from the session now.
I'm going to break it.
Here's a rubber thingy for you.
It's coming out.
Oh, it's coming out. Oops. See, that's why I give it to your ma to do. Hi, honey.
I say.
Oh, kyk hoe mooi, ma. Dis my
I will
lief.
just fix that
Yeah.
one.
So we're using handmade air dry clay. We've posted the recipe.
We can put that
So
in
if
there.
you guys want to use the recipe, you're more than welcome to. It was posted by CP Deal, so you'll see there's a YouTube link. Very easy to make. You should have everything at home.
Give me that brush, please.
And then it actually dries quite quickly, so you need to work with it or keep it in a bag with a little bit of oil. We're making a lot of little flowers because we want to use it on the table
And I
that
think
is
this is the last.
drying. And then we're out of.
I'll keep it for the
There's
next.
another little piece.
No, this is enough.
Okay, I'm trying to make a little succulent, yeah. Just see how it's going to
That
go.
succulent works well.
You just need to roll these are silicone molds.
They actually work well.
This one didn't work very well.
Then you must do it over. You must
You
be
think
right,
that's gonna happen?
right on or over.
You think I should do my succulent over? I think it's just perfect the way it is. Gives it that character.
The thing is that it doesn't have to be like this little one because we're going to put other flowers over it, so you can use that
It doesn't
side.
have to be perfect. Are we now out of clay? Totally.
Yes.
Really? And how many flowers did we make?
Plenty.
Okay. Well, that's good. Let me show them the flowers. I like these roundy things.
Yes, I think for. Look, they came out pretty.
You are a clever mommy. So this is a little daisy. This is a little roundy thingy, mandala thingy. And this is, what is this, like a carnation
Like
or
a
chrysanthemum?
carnation.
There you go.
Chrysanthemum. That one came out nice, eh?
Oh, this one I
They
like.
all did.
But this we can, you see, yeah, we can still take these little pieces away.
That's what I did here.
So it actually looks like a flower. There you go. I think you guys can see.
Yes. And we're done for the day.
Just fix these little flowers. What's the time?
5 to.
Okay, so just remember this week's challenge is outdoor or patio furniture. Take photos of what you've redone on your patio or outside and share the photos on our page. And yeah, that's just so that everybody can share in creativity and, you know, just keep their spirits up while this thing is happening. So if everything goes well, we will see you then tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and tomorrow we'll be doing the stenciling of the patio table. Right, Mom?
Have a nice evening.
Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.